All right, I've dealt with question 1, that's module 1. I've dealt with question 2, it was about module 2. I've dealt with question 3, it was all about module 3. Now I'm doing question 5, it's all about data handling. All right, in the description box I'll leave my links for every question that is coming from this November 2023 question paper. Okay, now question 5, we are given a chart or a graph, right, where a study was done to determine how water is used in different households. Below is a graph that shows us how water is used in an average household. Study the graph and answer the questions that follow. Okay, so this is our graph. Okay, this is our graph. I hope you know what type of graph is this. Okay, I get we have different types of graph. We have a line graph, we have a histogram, we have a bar graph, we have a scatter plot, we also have a pie chart, which is something that we are looking at. All right, so 5.1.1, name the type of graph that you can see above. Of course, it's what? A pie graph or a pie chart. That's also fine. That's also fine. This is a pie graph. 5.1.2, which segment in the graph indicates the highest usage in the household? All right, let's analyze kancane. We have flushing, right? In a typical household, what do we use water for? What are we using water for? We are using it for flushing the toilet, for showering or taking a bath. Taps, maybe for phuza amanzi, or you are opening up the tap for filling up a pot you want to cook, so on and so forth. And then washing machine and leakages. The leakage doesn't have a percentage. It doesn't have a percentage. Then other, we are using water maybe for washing our cars, we are using water maybe for watering the garden, so on and so forth. Okay, but now the question is, which segment indicates the highest usage? Meaning that which segment on the pie chart has the highest percentage? Now let's check. Lena 80-24, 80-20, 8%, 19%, 100%. Now a pie chart, when you add up all the percentages, they should give you 100%. So we don't know what is the percentage of the leakages. So how do we work out the percentage for the unknown leakage? So we're going to do the following. For the leaks, it's going to be equal to 100% subtract the 24% for the flushing, minus 20% for the shower, minus other for whatever is happening there. Taps 19, washing machine 17. So let's do the entire calculation and see what percentage does the leakages have. So it's 100 minus 24 minus 20 minus 8 minus 19 minus 17. I'm getting a 12%. 12%. So the reason why I'm calculating my leaks is because we cannot make a conclusion without knowing how much of the leaks percentage is, because it might be the highest, it could be the highest. So we had to work that out first, then we're gonna make our conclusion again. Now the highest percentage, I think it's obvious, with the flushing has the highest percentage. Okay, so the highest percentage, therefore flushing has a higher percentage. I should take lo muzi bathanda toilet, bathanda ukushaya number 2 lo muzi. All right, 5.1.3, calculate the percentage of water that is wasted on leaks. we have already done the calculation above. So we couldn't make this conclusion without knowing how much leaks were taking place. So the leaks is going to be the 12% we calculated above. 5.1.4. Name one possible option as to what other refers to on the graph. It can be anything that you can think of that we are using water for, right? So we are flushing, we are showering or bathing, we are taking opening up our taps for various reasons. We are using washing machine for doing laundry. What else can we do with water? Think of the question, right? What is that other referring to? It could be anything, irrigating a garden yakho mhlambe, or washing your hair, or washing your car, something like that. But it's just you only need one possibility, right? So I'm gonna place washing car 5.1.5. If a household uses 300 liters of water a day, so the pie chart, it represents the different usages of amanzi, right? Of amanzi. But the pie chart actually doesn't say how much water we are using. Now, 5.1.5, but okay, this household is using a total of 300 liters of water. 20% goes to shower, 24% goes to flushing, so on and so forth. But to calculate how many liters of water is used for showering. Now we know we are using 20% for showering, but how many liters is that? If the whole pie chart represents 300 liters of per day. So it's going to be this 300 liters multiplied by 20%. So that's going to be 20 over 100. Let's go. 300 times 20 over 100. Answer, that's 60 liters. Now 5.1.6. Give one suggestion as to how a household can try to save water. How can we save water? I don't know. Okay. Leaks, right? There are leaks. So lama leaks, they are taking or accounting for a large percentage. 12% is quite a lot. So we can try maybe fixing leaks. That's another thing is I implemented to fixing ama leaks. To save water by fixing ama leaks. Now the question 5 doesn't end here. I'm gonna hide this and open up this part of the question, 5.2. So the 5.2, it's all about data handling. All right, data handling. So a study was done among 20 households. So it's 20 households within a community. The aim of the study was to see how much water was used per day. Water meter readers took a reading at 8 a.m. on a specific day, and then took another reading 24 hours later. The amount of water that was used in liters was then recorded in a table. So we have the following data set. This 5.2.1. What an observation or questionnaire was used to collect information. Give a reason for your answer. Okay. Okay, was an observation or a questionnaire. Okay, so the guys who come into ezindlini and asking to read ama meters, they don't ask you questions, but they come in bese bayacela, hey, can we read iloga meter box yakho? It's a yes or no, but it's it's compulsory ukuthi uba allow ukuthi bayi-check, right? So bona they are collecting data not based on our questionnaires. They're not going to ask you ukuthi imitha yakhe reader how much, but what are they going to do? They're going to ask basically observe, right? So no questionnaires were used, but it was a observation type method for collecting data. So for 5.2.1, the answer should be observation. Observation. Okay. Readers were used. Okay, let me not say used, but readers were observed. Yeah, observed for getting readings, right? For getting readings. That's it. Okay, we also have to provide a reason as to why. 5.2.2, what was the sample size of the study? Now but the sample size, they are asking you how many data sets do you have or were collected, right? So NAS counter, it's actually 20 data sets, right? So that's your sample size. 5.2.3, what is the range of the data recorded in the study? A range is calculated how now? Is calculated by taking the maximum value and then you subtract it with the minimum value. What is the maximum value? The maximum value 4. Okay, the highest, it seems like it's this one, 575. The minimum, the lowest, it's that 2-digit. Is there another 2-digit? Okay, just above 95, there's a 49, so it's gonna be 49. So maximum value 575 minus what is the minimum value? 49. 49. 575 minus 49, we are getting a range of 5 to 6. This is our answer and our range. Next, 524, calculate the mean amount of water used for that specific day. Okay, all right, so how do we calculate a mean, Conch? 5.2.4, in mean, which is represented by x bar, or you can just say mean is equal to sum of all the x values divided by the total number of the values. So this is gonna be equal to, we sum up everything, we're gonna add everything up, winner plus winner plus winner plus winner plus winner plus winner plus 1, then we're gonna get this value. So I'm gonna do that and get the answer again. Okay, okay, so that's gonna be 5817. I hope this is right, but it should be right, it should be correct, So you just add up all the values, that's 5817 divided by the total number of data sets. Wait, how many are they? 20. Then when we divide, that's gonna be 58 divided by 20, so 290,85. 290,85. This is our answer here. This is our mean. 5.2.5. 5.2.5. Let me erase this part. Now lapaba, they want us to finish off or use the values in the table to complete the frequency table in the answer book sheet number 2. I have this. Naila. Let's bring it down like this. Sharp. All right. So we have to finish off this table. Now, so cinema intervals. We have ama tali and we also have a frequency. All right, so all the values between 1 to 100, we only have 2, right? So already it's given, so we don't have to recalculate that. So I'm gonna start counting for all the values from 101 to 200. 101 to 200. 101 to 200. 1. Okay, why this thing doesn't write again? Oh, okay, I see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Oh no, we don't count this one. And then is there another 100 and something? Yes, 9. So we have 3. 1, 2, 3. Frequency of 3. 201 to 300. Erase this part. 201 to 300. 300, 201, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have what? 6. I don't see any other value below 300 and greater than 201, so I'm just gonna put in 5 and then 1. So I'm gonna say 6, and then when you add all the frequencies, they should add up to 20. 400 to 500. 400 to 500. Let me erase Nana. And then 401 to 500. Okay, Saibala. Yes. Okay, I can only count 3. 1, 2, 3. 501 to 600. I think it's only this one, 575. So it's 1. Then it's 3, then it's 1. Then when we add everything up, like, it should give us a 20. So this and this is power plus this is power 10. Yeah, no, it checks out. It's 20. So you need to put in the total as well. We see that it's what? It's 20. Now for the last question, they want us to use the frequency table to plot the graph again, man. To plot the graph. Let me just put it above. Yes, let me put it right there. And then I'm gonna erase this part and this and this so that we can plot our histogram. So use the table in use the frequency table completed in question 5.2.5 to draw a histogram on the answer sheet number 2 attached. So this is the answer sheet. This is the answer sheet. Now from 1 to 100 we need 2. That's 2. And then for 101 to 200, 101 to 200 we need how many? 3. There's 3. There's 3. Alright, then 201 to 300, this one we need how many? 6. We need 6. And then 301 to 400 we need 5. 5. And then 401 to 500 we need 3, and then for the last one it's gonna be 1. So a histogram, now you connect here afterwards. You draw lines to create a bars again. So this is our histogram for the last question. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of this discussion. You have any questions, let's discuss that in the comment section. For now, bye bye.